All right, Ash, we're here to talk about and watch the first trailer for Good Omens, the Neil Gaiman, Terry Pratchett book, the turning into an Amazon Prime series. David Tennant, Michael Sheen. But for those that don't know, do you have a synopsis?
Yes. An angel and a demon must join forces to find a way to save the world as the end of times grow near with the approaching Armageddon.
Yeah. It's a unique premise. I personally haven't read the book. It's something I've wanted to read, but I never actually got around to it. But
makes sense, those two collaborating.
Yes. Well, they collaborated several times, and then the story was apparently they were trying to get it made into a movie for some time, and they were shopping around directors and so on and so forth. And then when Pratchett died, Gaiman was like, "I'm not going to do it because I'm not doing it without him involved." So like we're shutting down shop. But then apparently he got a post-mortem letter delivered to him that was from Pratchett to be sent to him if upon his death that said, "Do the show." Apparently, or make it into a movie, do what you need to do. So that's apparently a thing that would be interesting if all that holds ground, but that's a rather charming tale if it happens to be true.
Apparently that's a true story.
Yeah. True story.
It's on the Wikipedia page.
Have happened to a friend of a Wikipedia of a friend of mine. I remember reading it somewhere else before Wikipedia, so that means it must be true. But yeah,
absolutely.
Prime series, which is also worth adding that outside of the US, American Gods, which of course is also based on Gaiman's series book, is a Prime series, but in the States and other places, I presume that has Stars access to, maybe Canada or something. I don't really know. That's a Star series, but here in Australia, Prime series, which means that on the front page of Amazon Prime or Prime Video at the moment, it's like you open up and this is kind of front and center as they're trying to advertise at the moment. And then there's also American Gods is starting up. So it's kind of like Prime Video at the moment is this Neil Gaiman.
Neil Gaiman business.
Yeah, the Neil Gaiman business happening at the moment, which is quite cool.
Also, to be clear, this is a 6-series miniseries. Six episode
miniseries. Yeah. Which makes a lot more sense because they have a lot of talent involved in it. And it's like, I don't believe they would have got these certain people to sign on if they were a long drawn out TV series.
Long commitment.
Yeah, long commitment. But like, because it makes a lot more sense too when they're like, hey, we're trying to turn it into a movie, and then instead of a movie, they're like 6-episode miniseries. You know, we'll get to have more time with the characters and spread it out, but it's still, they're not trying to stretch the book too far. It's still just like being able to play it a little bit more than a 2-hour movie or so. So I think that makes sense. It's cool. And it's also, as much as I'm all for, 8-10 episode series that run for 5-6 seasons or whatever, it's still nice sometimes to go into a show going 6 episodes. Once it's done, it's done. I get to have more time with these characters.
Complete story. Don't have to wait forever for.
Yeah. And usually it means the quality. Yeah. It usually means the quality bar is also a little bit higher because there's no, like, they have a start, finish, middle, they know where they're going. So, all right, let's watch the trailer for Good Omens.
I am an angel.
Sure are.
You are a demon.
Yep.
We're hereditary enemies. Get thee behind me, foul fiend. After you.
Armageddon's days away, and we've lost the Antichrist. We have to work together.
We have nothing whatsoever in common. I don't even like you.
You do. If we don't find him, it'll be the war to end everything.
Adam, where are we going? The end of the world. It's not far.
The Earth isn't going to just end itself.
The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are being summoned. War, pollution, famine, death.
Who exactly summons them?
Not my department.
The end of the world starts here.
You don't get tornadoes in England!
We do today!
The boy, he's coming into his power.
You sure?
Would I lie to you?
You're a demon, that's what you do.
We're doomed.
Welcome to the end times.
It's nice knowing you. We can't give up now.
Start the war.
There doesn't have to be a war.
Of course there does. Otherwise, how would we win it? Last great battle between heaven and hell.
To the world. To the world.
May 31st. That's not far at all. How exciting.
No.
Very exciting. I tell you what, I'm a big fan of that. I liked everything I saw. I'm 100% on board. Pretty excited to watch that one. Once again, it does add to the excitement. It really does just add to excitement knowing it's 6 episodes and done, because it means you can binge it, you can watch it. It's just,
Yeah.
it's experience that has an ending, and you don't have to really fuck around with it from. I looked up because I'm like, the director's name is Douglas McKinnon, and I'm like, I know this name from somewhere. And he's directed 8 episodes of Doctor Who, an episode of Sherlock and stuff. So it's like prominent British kind of television director. So that's probably where I've seen his name pop up. For people who, because I don't go over everyone that's in this series, point out some people. So you got people that stand out to me, I suppose, this thing. You got Benedict Cumberbatch is actually in this series. He is Satan. So that's going to be quite interesting.
I think maybe he's voicing Satan.
Voicing Satan. Or he could be, he could be dressing up. I don't know.
That's what it says on Wikipedia.
Brian
It looks like Satan's a giant red demon figure.
Yeah, that could be him in a cloak. Who's to say?
I mean, he has done motion capture before.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
Small Satan, pretty similar.
Exactly. Brian Cox is playing Death. If you don't know Brian Cox, he's most famous for probably for X-Men, I guess. Frances McDormand is doing God/narrator. That's great. Then of course Michael Sheen, David Tennant, of course, which I really love David Tennant when he plays a bad guy, because he does play bad guys sometimes, and it's always quite. Of course, Jessica Jones, which I feel like is the most vibe I get from this. I guess it's just the kind of vibe of I'm powerful, and that sort of attitude that he kind of had in Jessica Jones, because he was a villain who thought he could just get away from everything. But then he was also because the way he dresses in this, it reminds me a lot of Fright Night, the remake that came out X amount of years ago, where I quite liked him in that. The movie was meh, but his role in that was what made that movie worth watching, because he played quite a good vampire next door bad guy. So that was enjoyable. And then also you see at some stage in the trailer Michael McKean, which I really, really enjoy, who is in Better Call Saul. He's Saul's brother as well. So looking forward to seeing him, because he's a great actor. Bunch of people, of course. Yeah, great. Visually,
Nick Offerman, John Hamm, obviously.
John Hamm, of course. Yeah, Nick Offerman's. John Hamm, I always love seeing in stuff like this too. I swear he shines in the weirder, more comedic roles these days than the more serious stuff.
He had his fill after doing Mad Men for 7 years.
He's like, I can't.
I'm doing a serious role ever again.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I'm never touching them. It all started with, as far as I'm concerned, when he did his little small role in Black Mirror. We did the Christmas special one year, and that was a really weird role. And then after that, he was like, I'm off. Set me free. I enjoyed. All actors great. Visually, it looks great. Tone looks like fun, I suppose, this thing. Like, it just oozes fun, which is weird given the setting and all that's like about the apocalypse and stuff and devils and all these sorts of things. But it just oozes a fun road trip adventure, I guess. Everything that's happening, like none of the characters, even though he's devil and all that, they never try and play off like super serious or super dark. It just has that fun kind of aspect to it, which I was enjoying, and especially with the music they choose to use in the trailer adds to the a fun adventure rather than dark and gloomy. And this is really, really serious, and it does come off like it's lighthearted take, not like super serious take on the end of the world type thing, I suppose. Yeah. What do you think though?
I didn't enjoy it as much as you. I was kind of
really?
like, Yeah, no, I'm super keen for it still. Definitely going to watch it, but that trailer didn't do much to move the needle or impress me much. I mean, I've seen a lot of screenshots, and I think I watched the teaser trailer a while ago as well. So I sort of had an idea of what the imagery and that sort of thing is. So it didn't show much more than that. And then they're not really doing anything in the trailer.
Well, they're trying to find
every single time you see David Tennant and Michael Sheen, they're just standing there next to each other.
They're searching for the Antichrist.
No, it looks like they're drinking and going to pubs.
Well, they're looking for the Antichrist in the pubs. I don't know.
Well, that makes sense. And the music, I think I'm just a bit out-queened at the moment.
Yeah, that's understandable, I guess, at the moment. But I was thinking, it did cross my mind. Like, I'm like, oh, it's a Queen song. I'm like, I wonder if they picked that because I wonder if they had a different song in here and they cut it differently last bit. But I mean, that might be conspiracy theorying it a little bit.
Yeah.
But well, I really, really enjoyed it. I'm really, really looking forward to that. I think that looks really great. Looks like a really great fun time. And as long as I'm not super busy or at work, I could honestly just see myself binging all 6 episodes, if that's a thing that could happen. Because it's
like 6 hours. It's not too much.
No, it's only 6 hours. it's fine. What are you gonna give it?
I give it 1 up, 1 down.
I got double thumbs up. Get out of here. Double thumbs up for sure. Yeah. YouTube.com/Explosion Network for all our reacts, of course, unless you're already there, and ExplosionNetwork.com for more video and written reacts about trailers and many of movie and TV things. See you in the next one.